How has this camera gotten worse since I made the last video? It's like the same camera. Maybe it's the lighting. Maybe I should fix the lighting. Can I fix the lighting? Okay, I think that might be a bit better. There seems to be some crispness happening now. Crisscross. Make you jump, jump, Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. What? Hi, how are you? I have not been around for a while. If you have been following me on Instagram and Twitter, basically, I've been sick. So, here's the thing, my brain has been going a bit wonky. My health has been going down, and it is pretty much the anniversary of me first getting noticeably sick. I have been ill for 28 years of my life. I'm 35, so 28 years, 80% of my life. And I don't really know what to do with that information. And it sort of made me want to sit down and think about it and talk about it. I was 7 years old when I had a stomach virus, to end all stomach viruses, and I was sent to multiple different doctors because it wouldn't end. And it was the August-September of my 7th year, and I, for the whole summer holidays, was sick, and I don't even remember most of this. I remember bits on the sofa, but other than that, I don't remember. My parents have sort of told me and filled me in. But I remember that I had the first month off school, and when I went back, I wasn't right. And my stomach has been a fault line, like trouble, ever since. And then at the age of 13, I got my first diagnosis. It took from the age of 7 to the age of 13 of constantly going back to the GP over and over and over again, and her telling me it was just anxiety. You're just scared of school or scared of something, and you just don't want to go to school. That's what's wrong with you. It's just like, I don't want to go to school. I physically can't get up in the morning, doc. And it took from the years of 7 to 13 of going in on a monthly basis to my GP before I was sent to a consultant who diagnosed me with what was then called myalgic encephalomyelitis. Took me ages to learn that one. ME, or CFS, chronic fatigue syndrome. And I was taken out of school because it was just too exhausting. And then I spent most of my teenage years in bed, and then there was a section in my 20s where I felt a bit better. But then I started having uterus problems, and endo reared its head, PCOS reared its head, all of that reared its head. Then I hit 25 and my stomach just said, we're done. It'd been a pain since I was 7. It changed eating tax and changed dietary problems and gluten intolerances and IBS and sickness bugs on a weekendly basis. And then at the age of 25, 26, 27, it just packed up. And if you were around watching my channel at that time, almost like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, you would have seen what happened to me. I don't even know how to describe what happened to me, but through misdiagnoses and misunderstandings and through everything, I basically starved to death for 3 or 4 years. Until I was hospitalised, tube fed, and discovered I had a heart problem. And this is when EDS came into the picture, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I had been trying to get a diagnosis of that for a while because it's genetic, and my dad has markers and my mum has markers, and I have like all of the friggin' markers. But when I went to get diagnosed, the NHS made the political decision, consulting decision, that they no longer wanted to diagnose people with EDS. I don't understand what happened, but I got diagnosed with joint hypermobility syndrome, which is like EDS light. And then when my heart started playing up, my cardiologist basically said, yes, you have HEDS, hypermobility Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, with cardiac complications, because I developed cardiac complications due to malnutrition. So I now have a heart condition and my stomach packs up, and the diagnosis just kept piling one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. And when the EDS one kicked in, that was it. Because that explains everything that's happened past. And that's the one that is degenerative and gets worse as you get older. And because of the cardiac implications of mine, gave me an end of life line. Like, we don't think you're going to get past this age. You might, so don't worry, lots of people do, but there is a line where the cardiac issues will get bad. You will slowly get worse from now on. And there are times when that just friggin' hits you. 28 years I have been in and out of this bed. Not this bed particularly, but different beds in this house. Every time I get sick, I end up back in this house. And I get reprises, I don't know the word, in between, where, you know, I moved house. I moved out at one point. I got well enough to move out. I got well enough to have tattoos, which I love and I'm so grateful for. I've got one half finished and I am bursting to get it finished, but I'm not strong enough. I'm not well enough. I have got lots of things. I've had lots of things in my life, lots of amazing experiences. I went to the proms. I went to a Doctor Who proms. That is mind-blowing to me. But I seem to always end back here. And I'm mourning different versions of the life I could have had. Like from 7 I had a dream and I had to give that up, and then at 13 I had a dream and I had to give that up, and at 17 I had a dream and I had to give that up, but at 20 odd I had a dream and I had to give that up. Like, I had a dream of being a booktuber and I can't even keep that up anymore. Not like a famous booktuber, just to be able to read books and talk to publishers and maybe write or review things properly one day. And that didn't happen because I got sick. And watching my life disappear now, and it's not disappearing completely, you know, I am extremely lucky. I have family and friends and I have a roof over my head. It could be so much worse. Like, my life could be so much worse. I want to say healthcare. I have the NHS, which is not healthcare right now because the government have killed it. But I am in a very fortunate position, but at the same time, 28 years. I don't even know who the well version of me is anymore. And there isn't one. And it's just really strange watching all these things disappear lately. Like all these ideas, all these dreams of being independent. And if I'm going downhill again, or if this is my new normal, being independent isn't a thing I'm going to be able to be. I'm going to need a lot of help. And it's just a lot all of a sudden. And there are times when I go through this and there are times when I feel this, and then it will ease and I'll go, oh yeah, but there's a new book coming out and there's like a new series of Bridgerton, and you find things to make you happy. A little while ago when I was in the thick of being really, really ill, a friend of mine discovered or told me how to get sunflowers out of a sunflower head. That cheered me up for days. It's the little things that get you through. Like, watching my niece grow up is such a joy to me. Having friendships and relationships with other people, it is lovely. But it's also really hard realising that that's coming to an end. You know, my friendships aren't coming to an end, relationships aren't coming to an end, but the way I can interact with them are. The way I interact with the world has changed again. And that's very difficult to come to terms with. And the way I react to YouTube is different. I used to make weekly videos and booktube videos, and I had all these ideas, and now I'm back to making diary entries and 5-second snippets, which I would continue to do because they are, I think, my new way of interacting with YouTube, my new way of creating something. I am a creator. I feel like I'm a creative person. I don't know if that's true, but I strive to be creative. Excuse me, and put things into the world. And I like documenting things, and I like documenting my life, and the 5 seconds a day is a good way of doing it for me. So I guess this is an explanation as to where I am in my life right now. Why I haven't been on YouTube. Why it's just been 5 seconds a day videos, and it probably will continue from now on. And where I am in my head is a bit of a mess, to be honest, is where I am right now. I'm hoping it will ease off at some point and I'll be able to make sense again in my head or interact with the world again on a better basis. But for now, this is where I'm at. A level of health that I don't think I'm going to get back to now. That too much damage has been done. Like when I was 7, my heart started to pack up. When I was 15, 16, 17, there were other changes in my body that happened. When I was in my 20s, my uterus packed up. When I was in my late 20s, early 30s, my heart and lungs packed up because I had double pneumonia, which just scarred the crap out of my lungs. Every time I get sick, there is more damage. And there's only so much damage my body will take. There's only so much damage that my brain can take. So that's where I'm at. And it's hard. And I've just realised I'm going to have to subtitle this video, which is going to do my nutting. But hey, yeah. I think I'm in a bit of a hole. But I'll get out in the end. On the plus side, there is a dinosaur on my jumper. Which, again, the little things in life. Dinosaur jumpers. Dinosaur boob. Well done, boob. Yeah. Okay. Right, well, I don't know how to end this now. Because I feel like I've just had a moan to the world. Which is kind of what I've had, but it's where I'm at. I hope you guys are good. How are you all? Hi! This is so weird. There's like a whole community of people I haven't talked to in about a year. It's like COVID turned up and everything just kind of stopped. I mean, also I'm in the UK and it's falling to pieces, but let's not get into that argument. Why did Brexit have to happen? It's a total mess. Okay. See? Can laugh, just small doses. Hope you guys are good, and I don't know when I'll make another video, but you will continue to see the 5 seconds a day of life because it's a way of documenting. See you soon. Bye. Why am I singing London Bridge is falling down? I mean, England is falling down, falling down. There's no petrol, there's no healthcare, there's practically no government. We're screwed.